Hello, welcome to another week of Eat Well, Feel Well with myself, Dr. Paniko, as we talk about anti-inflammatory eating and fun recipes that can make eating healthy enjoyable for you and your family. So welcome back. If you are new, I'm happy to have you. If you are a returning follower, thank you so much for watching. And today is Monday. I generally try to do these on Mondays. And if you're anything like me, I had a super busy weekend. My kids were not feeling well, and we were in survival mode. So part of what I want to bring to our chats and to these videos are ways that as a busy parent or a busy family that you can eat healthy and eat from a perspective of decreasing inflammatory components, decreasing processed ingredients like sugar, refined carbohydrates, things that are packaged and chemical filled. And we live in a world where things are packaged. We cannot get away from it. And I realize that. And it can be really hard and challenging to start on this journey when you go to the grocery store and you think, I really wish I could do this, but I just don't think I have time to fit this into my schedule. So I'm here to tell you that it's possible, and it's possible with really simple tweaks and tricks that can make things healthy for you and your family. So I went shopping at Costco. I don't normally go there, but every once in a while I will, just to look for certain things. And again, I'm kind of looking for ways to make things more convenient. And when I was going through the produce section, I was drawn to the salad area where they keep the packaged salads. And there are a couple good ones that I really love from Costco. And you can see them at the grocery store too, but they tend to come in a 2-pack or a little bit bigger servings at Costco. And I saw this one that I have not seen before or purchased before, specifically Green Goddess salad. And it really got me thinking, if we are inundated by things that are processed and packaged, how can we make substitutions to fit something like this into an anti-inflammatory diet? And that's what I want to talk about today. So I made this salad, the Green Goddess salad, chopped salad kit from Costco, but did not use the Green Goddess dressing or the packaged crouton ingredients that are inside of the salad. So I made my own Green Goddess salad dressing. And again, these are just more simple things that we can do that once we make it ahead of time, it can last all week. So instead of buying the romaine in the salad section or the produce section that was like 6 heads of romaine, that is going to be impossible for me and my husband and my kids to eat before it goes bad, I bought this salad and tried a couple tweaks. So when we're thinking about picking a packaged product, we want to look at the ingredients or at least be able to recognize what is in it. Okay, so when you pick something like this up or you see these in the grocery store, you can recognize lettuce, right? There may be kale. So this one in particular has romaine lettuce, green and red cabbage, shredded broccoli, vegan butter garlic, crouton crumbles, crisp lentils, and carrots with their own dressing. So of those ingredients, the things that you recognize that are natural, of course, are the solid ingredients. And the lentils, they crisp them up with a little bit of oil. And I didn't get into reading exactly how they did it. Here we go, oil roasted lentils. Lentils and essentially an oil containing canola and or safflower oil. So those products are recognizable, right? But the croutons are packaged and kept preserved with preservatives, right? So if we want to avoid that, but stick to the natural ingredients, then we can still do that with something like this. When we pick a salad, there's all kinds of variations, right? You can buy already pre-cut lettuce. You can buy the Caesar kits that are pretty much romaine with the addition of croutons and Parmesan cheese. But I recommend picking something that has some color to it and variety in the vegetables, because you're going to get more nutritious bang for your buck that way. You're not just eating lettuce or kale, which is fine, but to get those benefits, then you would have to add those products in or purchase them separately, prep them, and add them to your lettuce. So if you're gonna pick a packaged salad, pick something that has that cabbage, that color to it, right? The carrots, the different products that add other nutritious benefits, the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, all of those power foods that we've talked about can still add a lot of nutrition, even though they're in smaller quantities. So I would recommend picking something that looks more vibrant and more colorful than just lettuce. If you do want just the lettuce to make things easy, so you're not necessarily prepping, you can also buy that coleslaw kit and then add that to lettuce. I've done that before as well. So the coleslaw kit tends to have broccoli that is cut or shredded. Brussels sprouts may or may not be in it, carrots, cabbage, those similar ingredients. So you can purchase the lettuce separate and then add the coleslaw kit to it. So that would give you the same thing as a way to combine those ingredients. And that way you're cutting down on buying things like whole carrots or cabbage or something like that. So that's one way to do it. And then the other way is to make your own salad dressing. And I'll post a couple different recipes of salad dressings because I think it is nice to kind of mix things up. So even though this is a green goddess salad per se, you can add a different type of salad dressing if you don't necessarily like the green goddess flavor. So I did pick out a green goddess recipe that is anti-inflammatory, and we'll go over that. And then we'll also post a couple other recipes from the website Well and Good. I featured a recipe from their cookbook and really keep going back to their website for additional recipes because I checked that book out from the library and don't have it. But I think I'm going to go back and get it again because I was looking for salad dressing. So I found some on their website, and I also found the Green Goddess one in particular from the Mediterranean dish. And this one really stuck out to me because of the pictures were appetizing when I looked for recipes, and the whole concept of, eating with Mediterranean flavors. A lot of us have heard about the Mediterranean diet and how that's recommended for heart health. So today is towards the end of February. This is our last episode of February. And I just wanted to give a tribute or shout out to the Mediterranean diet. And we can talk more about how that is anti-inflammatory as this series goes on. So the Mediterranean dish is a website that I found lots of really creative recipes on. So hopefully you can take a look and see if any of those things stick out to you as well. And the Green Goddess recipe in particular, so this calls for 1.5 cups packed fresh parsley with the leaves and the stems. So if you just buy the pack, the bunch that comes in the vegetable produce section at the grocery store, that should be plenty. 1.5 cups packed fresh cilantro or basil. So depending on what you have at the store, if you grow your own, if you're, gardening, as we get into the spring and summer, these things will be, available in our gardens. If we want to grow at home, it's always nice to have fresh herbs at home. So fresh parsley, fresh cilantro or basil, and 1/2 cup of packed fresh dill, or you can do 1 to 2 teaspoons of dry dill. I tend not to cook with fresh dill because I don't particularly love the dill flavor. So I use dry dill weed, but if you like the taste of dill, then fresh dill has much more of that punchy flavor. And then she also has 1 green onion, trimmed, white and green parts chopped. So she uses the whole thing of that green onion, 2 garlic cloves, a little bit of salt, 1/2 cup of tahini, red pepper flakes that are optional depending on if you like it a little bit more spicy or if not, 2 lemons, and she uses the juice of those lemons, and then adds water, either 1/4 cup to a full cup, depending on how liquid versus creamy you like your salad dressing. So the tahini is that cream substitute. So when you traditionally purchase a Green Goddess salad dressing from the store, it's going to be more cream and dairy based, or completely artificial if it's packaged on the shelf. So if you want something fresh, that tahini is going to give you that fresh taste. And so she adds all the fresh herbs to a food processor and processes them. And then adds the salt and red pepper flakes. Again, the red pepper is completely optional. And then adds the tahini and lemon juice, closes the lid, runs the processor again, now with the liquid products. And you can do this with a blender. So I have a Vitamix that I use as a food processor. You do not have to have a separate food processor. So I use my blender. And then at this point, she says the mixture is going to be pretty thick. So that's when you go in and start adding your water, but you drizzle it in just a little bit at a time so that you don't make it too liquidy and then can't come back from that. So just drizzle in the water a little bit at a time until it's combined to the texture that you prefer. And again, you'll need anywhere from a fourth of a cup to a full cup of water, and make it creamy to your liking. And then taste and season with salt and pepper as desired. So hopefully this green goddess recipe tastes wonderful. I thought it was really great. And again, just used it right from, a salad that I can buy at the store. So again, I know we talk about things, trying to stay away from things that are packaged and processed, but sometimes we're in a pinch and we just go grab something that's convenient. If you like certain salad dressings, you can make them ahead of time and they generally last for about a week in the fridge. So if you know your go-to salad dressing is a certain type of flavor, just make it once a week and rotate through a couple different ones. And that way you always have it on hand. So that way when you are in a hurry, you can grab something packaged, but you already know at home that you have the dressing that you like, so that you're not using all of this chemical stuff from the ingredients, the dressings that are included. So I really encourage you to try this tip, this hack, to make something that's really quick and easy for a busy weekend, a busy, sports are starting, spring sports are starting. So if you're getting home late and just want something super easy, you can food prep and then grab something and there you go. All right, we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you so much.